Hey everyone, welcome back, and we have a new game for today. Now this is another one that I found on itch.io. It is called Autonauts, and it deals with a subject that is very dear and close to my heart: programming. So in this game, you're what's called an Autonaut. You're this guy right here, and the goal is to help out these guys because their lives are just not complete without the amenities such as huts and totems and forage pots and such, I guess. So we end up making those for them. However, unlike a lot of other crafting games out there where you have to do all the work yourself, this one focuses on automation. You can do this stuff manually, but the better way to do it is to have your minions do it. And by minions, I mean little robots. So, in order to start that though, we have to make our first robot. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna make ourselves an axe. And now we are gonna go over and we are gonna chop down some pine trees. So in order to start making them, first we have to have a couple basic machines. And let's see here, we need to set down our axe. We need to pick up these things, clear out this space a little bit, because that's where we're gonna start. All right, first thing we're gonna wanna do is place down simple flooring. This is what allows us to place, I don't have room for that one. This is what allows us to place equipment and things like that on the ground. So let's go ahead, grab these stones, and we're just gonna place them over there for now. Now we can place down our third rather. Now we can place down our third flooring. And so each of these floorings, they do need 2 logs to create. So we're gonna go ahead, and we can only carry 1 log at a time, which makes this a little slow, which is yet another reason to automate all of this. Because unlike us, the robots can actually carry larger loads. Depending on the robot, they can carry different loads and such, but the basic one I think can also only carry 1 log, or the crude rather, and then the basic one, and then the basic one can actually carry 2 logs, and I don't know if there's any further beyond that because I've not gotten that far in the game yet. But I'm sure we will see here, and we will find out. Okay, that should be enough logs for the time being. We'll go ahead, we'll drop that one off over there, then we'll come back, grab another one, and drop that one off. Once those are completed, then we can actually get into the guts of the game and start making our machines. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and this is more because it's not something we're going to be able to build just yet, but it's because it's something that I want to have on there. We're going to build the wood router. Well, we're not going to build it, we're going to place the blueprint for it. But the first thing we want to put on here is the workbench. So we've got our basic workbench there. Then we're going to go ahead and place our wooden router right here. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to place that somewhere else. Let's see, can we do this? Yes, I like that. That looks better. Okay, and then last but not least, we need the crude bench saw. So what this crude bench saw is going to do is going to allow us to be more efficient in creating our planks and our poles. So at the moment, in order to make planks and poles, sorry about that, Callie decided to come and say hi to everybody. Say hi, Callie. All right, there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to make some planks. In order to do that, we take our axe to a log and we turn it into 2 planks. Now, each of those planks, we can turn into 2 more poles if we wanted to. However, for the crude bench saw, we do need 4 planks. So we're going to leave those as is for now. And we're going to go over here. We're going to make 2 more planks. Drop our axe. We're going to go ahead. We'll pick up all these planks. And we'll take our planks over there and add them to the crude bench saw with a right click. There we go. So now we just need 2 more logs and a stone. Thankfully, we have a stone right here. Drop him off. And now we'll grab 1 log. Grab our axe again. If we still have an axe. Looks like it may have broken on us. That is rather unfortunate. We'll have to build a new one. There we go. All right. So we have our second log now. And let's pick that guy up, drop him off here. There we we go. We now have our bench. Yes, we now have our bench saw. I got confused by the 1 log requirement, but that's for making a plank. So we will go ahead, get some more logs, because we are going to need them to finish up the rest of these guys. This one here does not, this one only needs 1 log, and this one needs 2 logs. So we are going to have to go out into this other area out here to gather more logs. As soon as we get all these done, we can actually go ahead and finally start making our robots. Oh, and there's the cows. Happily munching away at the grass. He is hiding in the grass, I guess, because he's so unhappy. But yes, the cows eat grass, and then, just wait for it. Wait for it. Alright, it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen here soon. Come on. Oh, whoa, that grew back. Yeah, man. I know you're gonna do it. It's a natural byproduct of anything having to eat. Well, he is being stubborn right now. He knows he's being watched. He doesn't want to do it while he's being watched. He's a shy cow. We'll come back to him later, though. Oh, aha! There it is. He drops stone. Which I'm not actually sure what we use it for yet. Yeah, not at all sure what we use that for yet. Alright, let's drop off that X. Oh, actually we didn't. No, yeah, there. Okay. Drop off the X. We'll go ahead. We'll place the log down inside of there. This one, did this one need a log? This one did. It needed 2 logs. We'll go ahead. We will grab another log and drop him off. And grab a final log and drop him off. There we go. So, now that we have all that, we need our planks. So, total, we need 5 and 0. So, we need 5 planks total. But then we need poles, which come from planks. So, 5 planks. So, if 2 logs, we'll run 2 logs through the bench saw, because that'll give us extra planks that we can use to make those poles. And it'll give us the second, or the 5th plank that we needed. Alright, so we'll go ahead, we'll grab, and how many poles do I need? 4 and 2, so I will need to run 2 of these planks through the bench saw. So as you can see, the bench saw is much more efficient. Far more efficient than just doing it with your own axe. Okay. There we go, we'll drop off that one, and this one didn't need any planks, so we're just gonna drop our plank there. Grab as many of those as we can. Drop off both of those, and then drop off 2 of those there, and then grab another couple. Oops, I grabbed 1 too many there. We'll just drop him off there. We'll grab him, and put them both there. Okay, so next we need 2 stone and a wooden axe. So, in order to make the wooden axe, we actually need to craft the workbench first. But to get the stone, oh wow, we are actually a fair distance from... Oh, no, here we go. There's the stone I was looking for. Alright, so grab 1 stone, 2 stone, and go drop him off. So, to make the wooden axe, because right now we can only make crude axes and crude shovels. To make that axe, we actually have to go through a workbench here. So, wooden axe, and that is going to require 1 plank and 1 pole, which, perfectly enough, we happen to have. So, 1 plank, 1 pole, drop it off. I am going to go ahead and grab another log because I'm going to want 2 of those wooden axes. And you'll see why in just a second. So, let's go ahead, make some more planks. Grab that plank, drop it off there. Grab the pole, drop it off. Now we have both of the axes. We're going to grab one of those axes, because we will need it, and drop it in there. Perfect. Okay. And actually, you know what? I'm going to make a second plank. Or second wooden axes, or 3rd wooden axe, rather, I should say. Because we will also need that in just a second to make things a little bit easier, and I'm going to have to create it at some point anyways. So, now that we have all of that, it is time to build our worker assembler. You, my friend, are in the way. We are going to have to move you. So, let's go ahead and grab him. And we'll set him right up here. He'll be fine there. I'm gonna grab a stick. Plop a stick down there. Tree seed. Just plop the tree seed there. Mushrooms. Pick those up. Oh, I guess I can't pick them up. Well, let's see here. I hope I have room. Worker assembler. Oh wait, does the worker... Oh, I'm in the way. Well, that could be an issue. And worker assembler. There we go. Alright, so the worker assembler needs 2 logs, 2 planks, and 2 poles. Thankfully, we already have 2 poles. Oh, that was only 1 pole. There we go. There's the second pole. 2 poles. And we'll have to grab the 2 logs and the 2 planks. I'm going to drop off the logs here first. And we're actually getting down to the line on the last of our logs at the moment, which is a little unfortunate. I was hoping not to have to cut down any more until after we had our workbench, or worker assembler, and our first worker out. Alright, so plank, drop him into there. Grab 2 of them. And there we go. So, now we are going to make a crude workerbot. We can, because I built the router right away, we can actually build a basic workerbot right off the bat. You know what? I am going to do that, and there's a reason for that. The basic workerbot can do a lot more hauling. It's faster, it lasts longer, I believe, and it can haul more at a time than the basic workerbot can. You know what? Nope, we'll start from the beginning. We will start from the beginning. Alright, so plank, 4 planks, 4 poles, and a crude gear. So, in order to make our crude gear, I believe we have to go into here, crude gear, and drop a plank in there. It will now make our crude gear. So, just for the record, I've never made a crude gear before. This is my first time, and oh my, is that thing crude. I'm not actually sure that thing would even function as is. I mean, maybe if they turned it into a hexagon, it might do the trick, but that's a pretty rough gear. Let's grab another log, because we're going to need it for those planks and the sticks. So go ahead, we'll drop them off. We'll have to cut down another tree as well, because we're not going to have enough. So we'll go ahead, we'll grab our crude axe. We will go over here, and... Oh gosh, dang it, I did it. I'm gonna have to grab one of these wooden axes, because I dropped my crude axe behind there, and at the moment, there's actually no way to rotate as far as I know. So if you drop your axe behind a pine tree, it's kind of stuck there until you can get it back. Which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we'll take that over there, drop him off in there, and... There we go. Okay, so we need 4 of each. Alright, and turn this into poles. And drop that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, yeah, I got 4 in there. And grab the poles. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Perfect. We have a crude workerbot now. Awesome. Okay, so in order to teach this guy to do something, he does look a little crude, a little derpy, but hey. He's a workerbot. He will do the job. Let's see. So I want to place him kind of in the center here because they do have a limited range. All right. So in order to train him, you hit spacebar, whistle at him, and now we can train Lewis by clicking on him and teaching him. So now we are in the teaching mode. So what we want to, and you have to, in order to train them, you have to be able to do it yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over, grab the wooden axe, which will teach him to find the nearest wooden axe, move to it and pick it up. And then we will tell him to go find the nearest tree and chop it down. Now, we don't want him to stop after just one time doing that. So what we want to do is we want to tell him to find the nearest pine tree, move to it, use the item, aka chop it down with his axe, until his hands are empty. It doesn't say empty there right now, but it does in fact actually say empty. It is an alpha game, it is in development, it's got a few bugs still. No biggie though. And now, the issue is, well, once his hand is empty, once the axe is used up, he's just gonna stop. What would be better is if we had him go back to the top to find the nearest axe again. So we just click forever, and now he's good. He's set to go. So now he'll go ahead, he'll find his axe, pick it up, go ahead, find the tree, move to the tree, and he will use his item on the tree. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. I just want you to move over there. There we go. And we'll pick up the axe, and we're going to drop the axe back over here. There we go. So now he'll continue to do that for us for as long as he has charge. And when that happens, we will, I'll go ahead and I'll show you what then needs to occur. However, at this point, we want someone to be able to come here and pick all this stuff up because we don't want to do it ourselves. And in order to do that, we are going to go ahead and we will create the second type of bot, the basic worker bot. Now, the reason I'm creating a basic worker bot instead of a crude one for this is because the basic ones can carry far more. All right, so we have our gear. We're going to drop our gear in there and grab some planks. There we go. We have all the planks that we need. Drop those in there. And now we do need to go grab some more items, which thankfully we actually already have 2 planks sitting out there for some reason. I don't quite remember putting them or why I put them there, but I'm certainly not going to complain. Oop, there we go. Alright, so we grab our 4, drop them off in here as well, and we now have our basic worker bot. Oh, look at that cute little guy. Oops, he's not facing towards us, but I promise you, he is a cute little guy. There we go. Complete with his derpy little sideways smiley. Looks like we put his head on wrong. He'll survive. Alright, so now we have the worker bot to pick these things up, but we don't really have a place to put them, unless we don't just stack them on the ground, which we don't really want to do. This is where the general storage comes in. So we're going to go ahead and we will place our general storage right up there, and we're going to place another general storage right down here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll place it right here. Yeah. Alright, so to do that, we just need 4 planks. So let's go ahead and grab our log. Drop it off in there to make... Oh, yeah, we need to change it over to planks. So that is the one thing that I don't believe you can automate yet, is switching these from one production item to another. Other than that, though, pretty much everything, I mean, as far as I know, everything can be automated. 2, 3, 4. So we'll go ahead and we will craft that one. And so these storage chests, they have a secret. They have a very large secret. Pun intended. They are linkable, and they have a massive amount of storage. So if we put a log in this one, we now have, that is now a log storage. If we put a log over in this one will also become a log storage. And then anything that's placed in here is accessible over here, as you just saw. Which is awesome, because then you don't have to have your worker bots travel quite so far. Now, as you can see, he has run out of trees to cut. We're going to drop this guy down there. We're actually going to open up a little bit more up here, because I think there's another couple trees up there. There we go. So now he can go ahead and he can cut down trees there as well. And now we need to train this guy. So, first thing we need to do, put him into learning mode, teach, and go ahead and pick up the nearest log. Move over to general storage, and drop off. Oops, and drop off the log you have. Alright, there we go. So, now, we don't, I mean, as before, we want him to keep doing this. We don't want him to stop doing it after the first time. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to tell him to fill up his hands till it's full. We're going to tell him to move to general storage and add to the general storage until his hands are empty. Now, I did put this out of there because it is not necessarily strictly needed inside the loop, because he only has to move to the general storage once. At least I believe this should work. I've had some issues with these basic worker bots in the past. They do have a few bugs in them still. But we'll see if this works, and then we go ahead and tell it to repeat forever. So, go! And now we'll check here and see. So he'll pick up 2, runs on over, drops off 2, and awesome, there we go, perfect. So he's gonna go over, he'll just keep picking them up, dropping them off for us, which is perfect. Next thing is because, as you can see, as I mentioned, we're out of trees. So we're gonna need 2 more worker bots for this. One to pick up the seeds and place them in here, and then 1 to go plant them. Actually, I take that back. We need 3 because we need another one to dig holes. So let's go ahead and get those worker bots created. Now, though, we don't have to go back and forth quite so much, which is awesome. So for that basic worker bot, we do need the 4 planks and 4 poles apiece. So let's go ahead, make us some planks. Oh, nope, don't drop that there. Okay, 1. Oh, come on. There we go. 2. And 3. So if you do click on this to drop something in it while it's still outputting stuff, it does just drop your item on the ground right wherever you happen to be. Alright, and this should be enough for all of the rest of the items, because we'll go ahead and we'll just have to make the poles now. So 1, 2, that should be No, that will not be enough poles. 2, 3. Is there another one down there? Okay. The basic worker rod, let's see here. Alright, and... well, let's just start by... I know we're gonna need 3 of these. So we'll make those. I don't know if... we might have to grab another log. Alright, 1 worker bot. And let's get the second one built. So, and even this can actually be automated eventually. The building of these worker bots. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we only had 3. Okay. I think we have enough poles though. Yep, we do appear to have enough poles. And there we go. So we will need to cut up one more log. All right, there we go. And there's our last plank. All right, cool. So we now have all the worker bots, but we still need to build this, which is going to require another wooden log, and we need to make our worker bot a shovel, because without the shovel, he can't really dig holes. It might be a little difficult. I mean, I suppose he could. He does have arms. They're kind of stubby. It'd be interesting to see him try to dig holes with those arms, but you know what? I suppose maybe he could. We're not going to make him try that, though. That would be demeaning. All right, let's see here. So, to make said wooden shovels, we're going to want to make 2 of them. We'll need a plank and a pole apiece. Again. Oh, nope, there we go. Nope, come on. There we go. My turn to be derpy, apparently. 1, 2, drop those off. Oh, and we'll just drop that there, because I... yep, derped. There we go. We have 1 shovel. And we have 2 shovels. Perfect. And then we're going to make a 3rd one, because that will allow us to have 2 in reserve. Like, we're currently down to 1 axe, actually, at the moment. So, you know what? I'm going to make another axe at the moment. I'm going to make another axe right now, just so that when he does run out, he has an extra sitting there already waiting. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We will pick up said shovel. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Ah, there. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop him in the center again, because we have to make sure that their radius is good. Oh, so he's run out of logs. There's just 1 log left, so he's waiting to find another log to fill up his hands with. So he won't actually go ahead and drop that log off until we have another log for him. Alright, so let's go ahead and train this guy. We're going to teach him to pick up wherever I put that shovel. Alright, so go ahead, pick up shovels, and then go ahead and dig holes. Pretty simple. He should easily be able to handle that. So we're going to do that until his... well, let me switch this around a bit. There we go. We're going to do this until his hands are empty. And then we are going to repeat all that forever. And go. Oops, don't... ah, oh well. Okay, now for the next one. Oh, we'll get rid of him. And Saul. Alright, Saul, you are going to be our seed picker-upper. Alright, so... actually, you know what? I'm going to have to cancel that command. Callie's back, and she's now laying on my mouse pad. So we're going to cancel that command. We're going to just pick you up. And maybe we'll get Saul, maybe we won't. I'm not sure. We'll end up seeing who we end up getting. And let's drop you off right there. Alright, and yes, we got Saul. Alright, so teaching Saul. Tell him to pick up tree seeds. Then we're going to have him go over to the seedling tray, which I have not yet built. So we cannot teach Saul yet. Oops. Alright, well, let's drop off that seedling tray. We need 4 planks. Okay. So let's go ahead, make those planks for us, get that built, then we can finally teach Saul. Because Mr. what's his name up there? I don't know what it, let's see, what's her name? Will. Mr. Will is currently getting a little ahead of us on the digging of the holes. We have a lot of holes to fill in right now. A lot of holes to fill in. Okay. Oops, did I not have... oh my. Apparently I didn't grab enough planks. I thought I'd grabbed 4, but apparently I only had 3. Oops. Alright, there we go. We have that last one. And... there we go. Okay. Now we can go ahead and now we can teach Saul. All right, Saul. Ready to learn? Pick up seed, drop seed off. Once again, pretty simple. We're gonna have you repeat this as well. Pick up tree seed until hands are full. And then we're gonna go ahead and have you move to seedling tray. And empty your hands, or add to seedling tray until your hands are empty. And go. Perfect. All right, so now the last one. Mr. We will find out in just a second. Is going to be Mary. Mrs. Mary. Miss Mary. Mary, we are going to teach you how to plant seeds. So you're going to come over here to the seedling tray. You're going to take seedling, and you are going to plant said seedling. Oops, plant said seedling. There we go. Oh, what happened? I heard something. Someone, yes, someone is out of power. We will handle that in just a moment here. First, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have her repeat these as well. Pretty much the same exact thing as before. Only we are leaving everything in... Oh, not everything, I guess. There we go. Hands are full until hands are empty. Go. And... Yep, perfect. So, this is a perfect opportunity, actually one that I've been waiting for. Because it's not something you can train a robot to do until you have a robot that no longer has a charge. So we need to go ahead and we need to create another workbot. This one is going to be... Well, it's going to be a basic workbot just because I already have started crafting a basic workbot. Yeah. Generally, I'll end up making a second workbot as well to do the same task, but at the moment, it's only going to be one because that's actually all that I can do. I have to wait for the workbot that's doing the charging to die before I can tell another workbot to charge. Okay, and we just need the poles. Grab it off here, pole, and... Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. Drop these off. We now have our charging workbot. So, I do need to set him once again up in here. We have a couple now that are... Oh, we have one that's totally out. Two that are totally out now. All right, so, Mrs. Rose, Miss Rose, you, my friend, are going to go ahead, find the nearest workbot, and recharge said workbot. And you are going to repeat that forever. There we go. So now we have a fully automated and self-sufficient tree harvesting operation. That will literally sit there and harvest trees almost forever. At this point, it'll harvest until the recharge bot runs out of charge. That actually takes a long time because that bot doesn't do a whole lot other than walk around every once in a while when another bot dies. At this point, the next thing we want to do, oddly enough, is not to clean up all of the dung, because I don't actually know what we can use that for yet. Next step is going to be setting up a mining operation, which is going to require a whole nother set of automation. And at this point, we're actually out of time for today's episode. So next time, we will go ahead, we will set up our ore mining operation, and possibly, depending on time, set up some automation over here to automatically craft poles, planks, maybe gears, and possibly the axes and the tools. I'm not huge on crafting those because there's no way to limit how many they're going to craft at this point. So they just keep crafting more and more and more. And as far as I know, there's not an advanced worker assembler or anything like that we could use to create an advanced worker that would allow for that. So at the moment, it's a little iffy just because I don't want to use up all of our wood making in the massive number of tools that we will never ever go through. So, as always, thank you for watching. If you liked, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and leave any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback down in that section below. I do like hearing from y'all. Alright, have a great day, everyone. Binary Callie, signing out.